Hi, this is Tarot Off the Cuff, and my name is Kevin Quigley. Janis Garan comes to the tarot from a career in information technology. She believes in personal empowerment and clear vision. She also is the creator of the Tarot Salon Detroit, which gives tarot readers a venue to come together, share their skills and stories, in addition to giving her an excuse to bake lots of cookies for large groups of people.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. This is Janis Garan and I'm delighted to be here again talking to you. Today, as usual, I'm using a different deck. Today's deck is the Voyager Tarot by James Wanless, and this deck is still available. This was one of the first decks that I started to vibe with and learn with and read from when I first started my own tarot journey, when I wasn't vibing with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This deck helped me get over my overly logical nature. So again, Voyager Tarot by James Wanless for you for this Tarot Off the Cuff. I like you being able to see me picking a deck or picking a card at random. Oh my gosh, the Five of Worlds. Five of Pentacles in a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Here it is, called Setback. This was never my favorite card in this deck. Big surprise. On it, we see kind of worlds crashing. We see kind of an apocalyptic theme, fire, destruction, civilizations that have crashed to the ground. Never a fun card. Setback, the Five of Worlds. What do I want to say to you about this as a tarot reader? I want to pull another card. It's against the rules. Tarot Off the Cuff is about one card, but hey, in readings, even in professional readings, when I get a card and I'm a little flummoxed. Now I know what this card means, right? I'm not sure in what way I'm supposed to be talking about it with you. Let's pull a clarification card. Usually what I do is take the next card, right off the top of the deck, but the next card on the deck, art. All right, so the first thing I have to say is this deck, I'm going to tell you a little about the deck because of the way it's coming up. The reading is coming up. This deck was created in 1986 by James Wanless and his neighbor, who was the artist, Ken Knutson, Knutson. And what they did, this was before Photoshop, but every one of these cards is a photo collage that I believe his neighbor cut out images from magazines and things and put them together in ways that represented the energy of the card. I used this deck solely for years and years and years. This is only one of the many versions I have of it because it ended up getting kind of so dirty and kind of gross that I didn't want clients, I was kind of embarrassed. But I guess you do want to have your reader having a well-used deck. It gives some sort of mystique to the whole reading. But at some point, I believe if a deck gets too grungy, we have to retire it. So this is a retired deck that I got out just for us. I also want to point out on the back of it, this beautiful image is actually a cross-section of a photo of a cross-section of DNA. And by using this deck, we can get into our intuition a great deal, I think, because of the images on the cards than we can sometimes with some of the other decks. And our intuition is in our DNA, and we should listen to it. All right, so the setback card and the art card. Art is part of the major arcana. It is card number 14 in the deck, normally called Temperance in a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It talks about balance. It talks about a coming together of things. It talks about a mixing and blending of things, a sense of that things are going to work out in the long run. this idea of divine balance and setback, which was our original card, to me, this is kind of the belief that when there is a setback, when things don't go as we plan, how do we carry on in a way? How do we move past that? And I think the answer might be in the second card we pulled. When we are experiencing setbacks, and especially if you are dealing with clients who are experiencing setbacks, and sometimes setbacks are huge. Bankruptcy, divorce that was unexpected, the death of someone that was not expected. As a tarot reader, you're not just getting questions about the light things in life. People believe that we have insight that other normal people may not have. I believe we all have intuition for sure, but someone who is doing this for a living, reading, may have insight that they have developed over time. And it may be an insight that other people may not be in contact with. As a reader, you are going to be relied on to provide balance, divine information, super information. I don't mean like super cool. I mean like information that is not available to the person across from you when they may be having a setback. And honestly, sometimes that flows very easily. Sometimes we as readers have setbacks during readings. I don't know what this card means, or I know what this card means, but I have no idea what it means to you. This is when I'd like to remind you that readers are not supposed to be all-seeing and all-knowing. That was one of the biggest hurdles I had to get over. I assumed that readers were in contact with something bigger, God, the universe, the Jungian collective unconscious, and we may very well be. But I expected them to have like all the answers. So I expected myself to have all the answers. In fact, I had never seen a reader before I became a reader. Well, maybe once. Somebody who introduced me to this tarot. So I do believe there is like divine guidance here. I do believe that even in the hardest of times, when we are experiencing setbacks, that there is some sort of divine order that is really hard to sometimes believe in, sometimes to express, and sometimes that's not even the best answer for us or our clients. Oh, they're there, it'll be okay. No, when somebody's having a setback, when somebody's having difficulties, when somebody is experiencing a 5 of Worlds or a 5 of Pentacles moment, a difficulty on the material plane, they don't want to hear everything's going to be okay. Or they may, sure, use your intuition, but you need to acknowledge, yes, that sounds difficult. And sometimes they might not just want to hear, it'll be fine, hang in there. Sometimes I find as a reader, you have to go there with them, and you absolutely have to judge during a reading, how much can this person, where are they at the moment? What do you think is going to happen with this situation? Does it look like it's getting better? Is it going to get worse before it gets better? And how much can this person handle at this time? Where are they in their process? People who want to hear hope, if there is hope, focus on the hope. People who are just not there and would be blocking the hope that you have to give a nod to the hope, or wait till the end and say, you know what though, I know this is difficult, but I see it getting better. I know you're in a place where you can't feel this at the moment, and that's okay. We need to deal with things where they are. It's always good to provide some hope, I believe, even in the most dire of situations, even if the best thing you can say is, you know what, I agree. It looks like things are going to get harder before they get better. But one thing I know, either myself as a human for the life I've lived, or as a reader from all the readings I've done is things never stay the same. So if they're bad now, they can't be bad forever. Similarly, if things are great now, enjoy it, because they probably won't be great forever. And I know that kind of sounds like Debbie Downer, but that's the reality of a world where there is divine kind of blending, balance. We don't know the good without the bad. We don't know the bad without the good. Life can be a challenge. So can readings. And you know what? Something I heard another reader say, which for me is resonating right now. The best you can do as a reader is to give your best in that moment and then let it go. Allow whatever happens to happen. Be with that person wherever they are, even if it's with setback. If you as a reader are having a setback, take a moment to reset, or honestly, take a moment to run by that person what you're really feeling. You know, I for some reason, I'm stuck on this card for you. It's telling me this, but I'm feeling that that's not quite right. What additional can you add? You know, does this make sense to you? Is there anything that you can tell me to help me move forward with this difficulty that I'm having with this particular card for you? Often that is the aha moment in a reading where the client's like, okay, I didn't want to tell you, but, and it's the thing that comes after the but that may blow open the entire reading. So if you are having a setback as a reader, perhaps it's because you can't get past their anxiety. If you're, you know, a lot of readers are empathic. You can't get past their anxiety, their block, their perhaps idea that, well, I wasn't going to tell her anything until I saw where she was going with it. Sometimes that can stymie a reading. I'm not even kidding. Even the best professional readers can be blocked. So instead of just saying, look, I'm sorry, we're not connecting, and we can talk about that in another tarot off the cuff, because sometimes that's the right thing to do. But sometimes by calling that out, I'm feeling resistance. I feel like there's more going on here than you're telling me. I'm feeling stuck. Is there any information you might give me that will help me move forward? Sometimes that's exactly what needs to be said. And sometimes that leads to the best readings. So you don't have to be all seeing and all knowing. You have to be present with the person. You have to be divinely balanced as much as you can, holding a space if somebody's having a very difficult time, and do the best you can. Readers are human. Yes, we have experience. Yes, we may be getting in touch with the liminal, you know, things that are not easily seen or felt. That's the magic of reading, and that's amazing. But be human, be where you are in a reading. If you need another card or more information, ask for it and get it. All right. I don't know how long we've been talking. I'm going to sign off now. This has been Janis Garan with Tarot Off the Cuff. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Tarot on. Bye for now.
Hey, this is Kevin.
Hi, this is Nooch.
Thanks for watching.
If you like what you saw, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe. You'll know when new ones are coming. And share with your friends.
We'll see you soon.